We now know that veteran Delaware Senator Joe Biden will be the running mate for Barack Obama. But a year ago, he wasn't so sure about this number 2 position. Here's what the Delaware senator said to Hannity and Combs about that.
What do you think when people say, Joe Biden, you know, he'd be strong on security, great vice president?
I know. Well, the one that I find fascinating now is I'm apparently everybody's choice for Secretary of State. I mean, a very nice thing. But I am not running for vice president. I would not accept it if anyone offered it to me. The fact of the matter is I would much prefer to stay as chairman of the Foreign Relations Committee than vice president.
I would not accept it. That was then. This is now. Joining us now, Republican strategist Jay Townsend and Democratic consultant Patrick Murphy. Thank you both for being here.
My pleasure.
Jay, let's hear first from you. The McCain campaign was quick to put out an ad using Senator Biden's previous statements. What's the take in Republican circles about this pick and perhaps what it means for the McCain campaign?
The other word he's going to have to eat, or the words he'll have to eat from this, is he said not too long ago that Barack Obama was not ready for the job. There'll be several words he will have to eat in the next few days, things that he's said in the past. I see a couple of other problems here. One of the first rules when you're picking a running mate is do no harm. And the selection of Joe Biden is a tacit admission that an Obama White House would need adult supervision. A couple of other problems that I've seen in the past with Senator Biden is he's run for president twice, and he's blown up both campaigns with his own words. He did not get out of the starting gate in 2008 without saying some things that people regarded as quite racist. And you remember he was accused of plagiarism for plagiarizing the speeches of a British politician in 1988. And I think now his selection is sure to raise some questions on that celebrated plagiarism case when he was in law school, when he was flunked out of a course and almost kicked out of law school for plagiarizing his homework.
All right, Patrick, weigh in on all of that.
Well, it sounds like Jay's wrapped up the hate campaign coming out of the McCain campaign for Senator Biden. He's a regular guy. He'll be the kind of guy that can go in a bar and make contact and relax with people and feel that they've got someone there that's looking out for him.
All right, Jay, does this pick, do you think, at all affect John McCain's thinking as he heads into next week and makes his choice?
I can't pretend to tell you what John McCain thinks. I'm not involved with the campaign, and I have not worked for Senator McCain. I can tell you that it's quite odd to me that some factual statements are regarded as hate campaign by the liberal left and the Democrats who are in Denver. I do think this choice is going to prove problematic for Barack Obama. This man, Senator Biden, is going to have to be very, very carefully scripted and given his speeches. And part of the problem they're going to run into is he does have a flair and he is charismatic when he wants to be. But he has a way of getting off tune and letting go with some bizarre things that quite often don't come out right when they come out of Senator Biden's mouth. The other problem I see now with the national ticket is you have two people who went to law school and have basically done nothing in their life except run for office. At least if Evan Bayh had been chosen as a running mate, they'd have at least one person on the ticket who practiced law for a few years.
I mean, you got the first sort of mainstream African American who is articulate and bright and clean and a nice-looking guy. I mean, that's a storybook, man.
Yeah. Biden is known for some gaffes, Caroline. What are the biggest?
You know, Brett, it's just hard to rank them. There have definitely been a number of gaffes on Biden's part. Starting back during his presidential run in 1987, Biden actually borrowed passages from a speech by a British politician, no attribution. He also answered a question about how he did in law school by saying, quote, "I think I have a much higher IQ than you do." Now, this time around, he was caught on tape doing an interview with the New York Observer, awkwardly describing Barack Obama as the first mainstream African-American who is articulate and bright and clean. Also, listen to what he said in 2006.
In Delaware, the largest growth in population is Indian Americans moving from India. You cannot go to a 7-Eleven or a Dunkin' Donuts unless you have a slight Indian accent. I'm not joking.